Hello learners, myself Sagar Machindra Dowri, Assistant Professor, Department of Education, Ganpat Parsed College of Education, Harmal, Goa. Today we are going to learn this course, Indian Knowledge System IKS Vedic Education System. Okay learners, for this today's course, this is the outline. Meaning of Indian Knowledge System IKS, then next is a why IKS, then Vedic literature, aims of the Vedic education, introduction about this National Education Policy 2020 NEP, IKS in the National Education Policy NEP 2020, and this is the course actually this is IKS, how it's reflect in new education policy. So this is the reflection of IKS in education. So after this learning of this course, learning outcomes are here. So what will we get? Pupils unable to understand meaning of IKS. Pupil unable to understand aim of Vedic education. Pupil unable to understand relation between IKS and New Education Policy 2020. So these three outcomes will be fulfilled after this learning this course. So first we are going to learn. We discuss about the Indian knowledge system. Meaning of Indian knowledge system IKS or Bharatiya Gyan Parampara. So we can say Bharatiya means it's our origin, Gyan means it includes spiritual, experiential and wisdom. Parampara means it is a continuity because it is a year by year, generation by generation we are getting this knowledge. So it is a continuity, that is a parampara. So what is the meaning actually? Systematic transfer of knowledge from generation to generation. It is not simply a tradition but well structured system and process of knowledge transfer. So here that is the simple meaning of this, because in this Bharatiya Gyan Parampara we know this origin, spiritual, experiential and wisdom, and this is a continuity. So here same thing is a generation through generation we are getting this knowledge and just transfer, but it is not structured system and process of knowledge transfer. IKS is a collective range of India's knowledge that has exhibited in systemized way of knowing. So we can say in IKS it is a Indian knowledge system and it's a collective range. It is not only 100 years in the past 200 years. It's a too many years back it is, and this is a collective knowledge. Starting from the oldest compositions of knowledge, that is the Vedic literature, to the country's native and tribal folklore, the Indian knowledge is spread as a spectrum. There is a vast repository of knowledge available not only in Sanskrit, in Pali also and Prakrit language also, but also in all native languages also. So it is not only Sanskrit language, it comes from Pali also and Prakrit, this is the old languages. And in present languages also, in all native languages also we can get this knowledge, because it is transferred in knowledges also in a different languages. So this has been remaining unexplored for the last several decades. So we can say this because it is unexplored, not explored. So right now in this new policy we explore this knowledge, and this knowledge we are including in a new policy. So automatically new generation will know what is the Indian knowledge, ancient knowledge. Okay, so in the last decade nobody explored it is. So now this is the time to we explore the ancient knowledge. So why IKS? Because this is a new policy is coming and the discussion started, the IKS. So Indian knowledge system included in new policy. So how it is and what it is IKS. So according to Kautilya, education shall aim at three outcomes. Kautilya is a rishi, and we know this ancient knowledge generated, collected by the rishis only. So Kautilya, education shall aim the three outcomes. So what is the three outcomes? So Vidya is the first, creation of a new knowledge. So here we can say Vidya is not only information, so it is a creation of a new knowledge. Second is a Vivek, wisdom to use the right knowledge in the right time and place for right purpose. So when whatever you getting a knowledge, whatever you are getting your skills, information, so you know how to use what time and what place. So that is a right time, place for a right purpose also. Then third one is vichakshanata, the skill set to get the proper result of knowledge in the real life. So that is a application actually. So whatever you are getting different skills, set of skills, then you are using this in a real life. So your skills, information, knowledge you relating in your real life also. So that is the real experiences. So that is a vichakshanata. So that is three outcomes. These outcomes are possible when only when the education system is properly balanced with the integration of knowledge and skills in an appropriate manner. So when we will get these three outcomes, for these three outcomes we require balanced education system, and it is an integration of knowledge. It is not only one field knowledge. We require different field knowledge, and we require to integrate them and skill in an appropriate manners. In today's education, organizational knowledge content what to know has taken over the best of knowledge seeking inquiry. So mostly in the present education system, mostly we are thinking about this what to know only. This is the information based one. But right now it is taking over seeking to inquiry. It is not only what to know, not information. So here inquiry required. So that is a critically thinking. So that is how to know. The entire Indian knowledge tradition has always focused on how rather than what. So that's why we are using this new policy IKS, because IKS giving chance, giving time, they are providing some skills and everything for shifted from what to how only. So we are not focused on information, we are focused on thinking process also. So next is the Vedic literature, because in this course we are thinking about Vedic literature, Vedic education in a new policy. So here Vedic literature, what things under this Vedic literature? This is received by rishis and compiled by Vyas. Okay, so in this mostly four important things, four Vedas are there: Vedanta, Smriti and Darshana. In Vedas, Rigved, Yajurved, Samved and Atharved, this is the four Veds. In Vedanta, Shiksha, Vyakaran, Nirukta, Chanda, Jyotish and Kalpa. In Smriti, Puranas, Ityas, Dharma, Shastra and Smriti. Darshanas, Nyaya, Vaiseshika, Yoga, Sankhya, Purva Mimamsa and Uttar Mimamsa. So this is about the Vedic literature. So what is the aims of the Vedic education? So here some few aims. The Vedic education system was driven by several intertwined aims encompassing spiritual, intellectual and physical well-being. Here are aim of Vedic education. The first is spiritual development. So what is the spiritual development? It's related with your peace of mind. The intellectual growth is a cognitive, related with the cognitive growth. Character building. So that is very important thing. Our characters, learner characters, student characters. If you are good characters, then you will be a good citizen of India. Physical well-being. So here same thing. Are physical related with the physical activity, that is the physical well-beings. Practical skills, so this is related with the different activities, we require some practical skills also. Services and contribution, with these all things we require to develop our service and contribution toward the society. And the last one is the connection to the nature. So in this IKS we will learn how to connect with the nature also. So right now we are going to introduce the National Education Policy 2020 NEP. So National Education Policy 2020 NEP envision a massive transformation of education thought, an education system rooted in Indian ethos that contribute directly to transforming India, that is Bharat sustainability into equitable and vibrant knowledge of society. By providing high quality education to all, thereby making India as a global knowledge superpower. That's why IKS mostly are reflect in a national education policy. The NEP 2020 is founded on the five guideline pillar of access, equity, quality, affordability, and accountability. It will prepare our youth to meet the diverse nation and global challenges of the present and the future also. So these things required to for new policy and the IKS. So most of the things, most of the aims of the IKS, they reflect in a new policy. In school education, the National Education Policy 2020 stresses on the core values and the principle that education must develop not only the cognitive skill, so that is both foundational skills of literacy and numeracy, and in a higher order skills such as critical thinking and problem solving also, but also social and emotional skills, also referred to as soft skills also, including cultural awareness, empathy, perseverance, and grit, teamwork, leadership, communication, among others. So, in a present in a new policy, they are focusing on not only a cognitive skills, they are focusing on other skills also. So, like foundation skills, soft skills also. So, that is also important in this policy. The policy aim and aspire the universalization, the pre-primary education and providing special emphasis on the attainment of foundational literacy, numeracy in primary school and beyond for all by 2025. So this is policy introduced for 2020, but it should be, we have to complete it before or we implement from the 2025. The recommendation methods of reforms all the levels of school education is seek to ensure quality of schools, transformation of the curriculum including pedagogy with 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 design covering children in the age group of 3 to 18 years. So in this policy, it's a new design introduced. The previous design is a different. Right now we are following the new design. We will follow the new design 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. Reforming the current exam and assessment system, strengthening the teacher training and restructuring the education regulatory framework. So that's why we require to again reform the all things related with the education system also. That's why the assessment system, the teacher training also we required and regulatory framework also. So right now we will see what actually recommendation or what things included in policy about this IKS. The fundamental principle that will guide both the education system at a large as well as individual institutions within it are a rootedness and pride in India and its rich, diverse, ancient and modern culture and knowledge system and tradition. So that is also quite included NEP 2020 about this IKS. Second is instilling knowledge of India and its varied social, culture and technological needs. Its inimitable artistic language and knowledge tradition and its a strong ethics in India. Young people is considered critical for purposes of national pride, self-confidence, self-knowledge, cooperation and integration. So that is also in NEP 2020 introduction part, page number 4. This includes these things also. Next is the all curriculum and pedagogy. It's related with the curriculum and pedagogy also. From the foundational stage onwards will be redesigned and strongly rooted in the Indian and local context. An ethos in terms of culture, tradition, heritage, custom, language, philosophy, geography, ancient and contemporary knowledge, societal and scientific needs, indigenous and traditional ways of learning, etc. So many things related with the some different subjects also included here. In order to ensure that education is maximally relatable, relevant, interesting and effective for our students, stories, arts, games, sports, examples, problems, etc. will be chosen as much as possible to rooted in Indian and local geographical context. So in this IKS and mostly the new policy focuses with the student experience level and their learning level also. Ideas, abstraction, creativity, indeed based flourish when learning is thus rooted. So mostly they are focusing on rooted with the Indian culture also. So same thing NAP 2020 4.29, we can see this, we can label this from NAP framework also. An engaging course of Indian knowledge system will also be available to students secondary school as an elective. So as a secondary level, there is a, in a present education policy there is no electiveness, but in a new policy we will get facility to electives also. Major priority shifts in education recommended by the NEP 2020. So rootedness in India and critically of culture, institution and system for achieving educational goals. So again here focus says rootedness in India means our culture and critically of a culture of institution and system for achieving education goals. So we require these education goals, how we will get this, how we take efforts for this. Some key deliverable of the new curriculum. So some keys deliverable. So rootedness and pride in India. They focuses on rootedness and pride. A sense of service is a seva of other in a need to one country and the world. So here they focuses on rootedness, pride and then service. So that is a service for everyone who need this service. This is a seva for our country also and for our world also. So right now we can see how IKS reflection in education, because IKS, we know the IKS different types of knowledge, information, activities in the form of oral also, in the form of documentation also, and we learning about this IKS in a little things. But right now IKS included in a new policy. So how it is a reflect. So here we can see the IKS will be introduced in a scientific way in a school and higher education curricula. So right now it will be teach in a scientific way. It is not only just reading something, reciting something. It's going through as a scientific way. The IKS will include tribal knowledge as well as indigenous and traditional learning methods, which will cover and include mathematics, astronomy, philosophy, yoga, architecture, medicine, agriculture, engineering, linguistics, literature, sport, games as well as governance, policy and conservation. So here we can see many different subjects, mathematics also, astronomy also, because in ancient Indian knowledge we can see in so many literatures are there. Some literatures are orally and some literatures are in a document way. So in this knowledge, in this documentation, we will get different knowledge from mathematics also, astronomy also, philosophy, yoga, architecture, medicine. So it's like a different subject knowledge we can collect from this IKS. Specific courses in a tribal ethno-medicine practices, forest management, traditional organic crop cultivation, natural farming, etc. So that is the, I think it is a ethno-medical practices, forest management, traditional crop cultivation, natural farming. We are not focusing till in the till date on these topics also, but right now these all topics are ancient topics. Now it will include in a new policy. We will also be made available. An engaging course on Indian knowledge system will also be available to our students in a secondary school as an elective. So this is a provision for in a new policy, in a new framework also. In secondary level we will get different courses side by side. They are learning other subject also. Those student will be skillful after their education. Skillful student will go out and these skills will helpful to live in a world also. So that is required. So that is IKS mostly focusing on student hands-on experiences, self-learning with self experiences. So that is very important thing. Now we can see in a new policy, and this is very good for new students because they are not focusing on only cognitive, they are focusing on all-round development. So in a IKS will help to student to develop their all-round development. So that is very good thing for this new policy. So that is a reference we are taking for this presentations, this course.